Hey crafty friends, it's Amanda here with Crafting with Amanda, and I welcome you to day 17 of 30 Days of Sketches, Christy's Beautiful Life for October 2023. And our sketch today is by Shayla Gale Knowles, and I absolutely love it. So I went through my photos the other day that I have from this trip to Disney World in the late 90s. And I think if you've watched these videos at all this month, I have double exposed photos. And so I went through all of the photos that I have left and I paired them with the different sketches of what photos would work. And I actually had different photos for this sketch, and I wasn't going to scrapbook these, but we have this affinity as a family to take photos of the ducks at Disney World and in Disneyland. And my husband likes to say that they're all animatronics. So it's just kind of a funny joke in our family. But then I don't know exactly where these Daisy Duck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie are from in the parks. I'm thinking maybe Tom Sawyer's Island, but I'm not exactly sure. But because we take photos of the ducks of Disney, I just thought these would be perfect, and I had to tell the story of my husband and his animatronics joke. So again, for this whole month, I am using the color Candy Apple as well as these Cricut cuts that I put together last spring. And that is kind of the theme that every page will have, to kind of have a thread that goes through the album in addition to just being Disney photos, but we'll also have the Cricut cut and the color Candy Apple. So now I have grabbed Daisy. I just love that image of her, plus the word Daisy, and I'm trying to figure out where I want her to go. I'm looking at the sketch and where the journaling is. I have more of my daisies on my page. I love making daisies. If you've watched my channel for more than a minute, you know that I enjoy quilling, but also shaping flowers. So I'm going to show you here that I just take 2 sets of these punched out petals or flowers, and with my piercing tool crimp them down the middle, and then on the Cricut I cut the centers. And what I do is I take a stylus and just on a heavy foam, and it could be even a mouse pad or just foam that you get in packaging. There happened to be 2 circles together, so they didn't push very well or fold up very well, but I just go around the very outside edge of that circle, and then I'll put a piece of foam tape that I cut right in the middle of it, and that will give it the dimension. So when you glue the daisy together, you just take those petals that you've shaped and offset them so that they're in between the petals of the one below it. Let me open my glue here. And that's how quick and easy these flowers are to make. There's times that we do some movie marathons in our family, and I'll grab this little bin and I'll just create all of these daisies. Because to me, daisies are just a happy flower. They're neutral in color. They can go on anything. A card is always dressed up by them. So for me, it's just a happy flower, brings a smile to me, and they're easy to create. So now visually, I'm trying to figure out my layout. I'm looking at what Shayla did on her layout, and at first I didn't think that I was going to kind of follow her circle for embellishment placing, but it turns out I'm absolutely going to do that. So on the Cricut, I did the letters for and Ducks of Disney and the Ducks of Disney, because I'm going to use Daisy and the Ducks of Disney as my title. And of course I want to have some of the Mickey Mouse shapes that my friend Missy lent me her punches for. And like I started to say, I'm such a visual learner that I really do dry fit or try audition where all of my components are going to go. And as I was putting them down, I realized that that background lagoon was just a little too stark. And so I'm taking the stars from the Design Element stamp set, and I'm just going to, because I know where all the images are going to go, I'm just kind of trying to fill in where I know some of those words are going to be, where the photos aren't going to be. I don't want to mess up where the journaling area is. So I'm just going to take a look here and see how I did. I think this is coming together nicely. I was going to put that over in the corner, but with where the photo is placed, it's not going to work. But then I'm kind of camouflaging the bottom half of Daisy with a group of flowers, and I'm very happy with the direction this is going. So I'm going to go ahead and attach those photos add my journaling lines here. This is a journaling jot. It's a very old stamp set that I use all the time for putting my journaling lines on my pages. I absolutely love it. It's kind of a go-to. I have other journaling things, but this is just kind of my go-to. So I'm adjusting that real life, or quote unquote animatronic duck, like I said, that my husband likes to tell people they are, to make it a little off square, and that kind of draws your eye to it and also keeps you moving through the page. And then I'm just going to finish this up with some leaves. And it's funny, as I'm putting these on, like, I feel like it needs something, but I didn't want to do sparkles per se or even dots. So I know that I've been adding my accent lines or reflective lines with my gel pen, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But while I'm doing that, then I realized, oh, I could just use that same gel pen and make some dots around the page with that, kind of in lieu of the sparkles. I'm just going to go ahead and have the white gel dots around the page, and I just sprinkle those in just as I would any other embellishment. And our page is done. This came together so quickly today. Below the video will be 2 playlists, one for my 30 days of sketches projects and another one for everybody's 30 days of sketches projects, so you can see what everybody else did with the same sketch. Have a great day. Blessings.